Love is a magical feeling that gives color to our lives. It unfolds a world of endless possibilities that extend beyond what our eyes could see. It gives meaning to those things that felt meaningless. It brings light to those dark places where our fears hide. And hope is written on the stars for us to see. We experience different kinds of love in our lifetime, and they are all different in their own special way. But there's one that stands out for its profound and everlasting impact in our lives. Is that one person we first set our eyes in. With every closing step we take, our hearts beats faster, our minds burst into emotions that become too many to comprehend, as if this feeling could rewrite the language we speak, as it transcends beyond words, breaking all barriers of our natural world. Through the movement of our body and the emotions of our face, love begins to silently transmit this mystic glow that originates from deep between us. This unstoppable energy, like the sun, could light up our horizons and clear up the path ahead. But as all this is set into motion without an understanding of its power, we are blindly guided into a dead end. The small details hidden on the canvas of love are the fingerprints that reveal its true identity. At first, we try to ignore the things that seem abnormal and believe that this magical love could heal and change everything. But with time, those fingerprints begin to tell a story, one that was hidden in plain sight. Those smiles and innocent laughs become echoes of memories not too distant. Words that once brought light to our soul now turn into dark ones that replace and bury the old ones. A gentle touch turns into a cold one, and eventually those hands that once were full of tender and love now are turned against us. It punishes our innocence and turns our heart cold. Now your world starts to lose its colors. Everything turns gray as the mist of uncertainty covers everything you once knew. Eventually, all that is left is those small fragments of hope that are still rooted deep inside your heart. You still believe that love could change everything once again, and yet you're not wrong. Love is that powerful drive that pushes us forward. It is that relentless force that, if used right, could bring light to our wildest dreams. Perhaps we flew too close to the sun and our wings were permanently damaged. Everything that rises will eventually face the laws of gravity. These laws apply to all aspects of life. Your first heartbreak hurts. It always does, as it's the first time you encounter love beyond the unconditional bond of a parent. This experience is so powerful and profound that it leaves us completely hopeless when it's gone. Our world is turned upside down and the pain seems inescapable. We run away from everything we know, searching for an escape route. Temporary solutions are bountiful, but nothing is capable of replacing this heart-wrenching feeling. We think and do things we were taught not to do. We defy death in order to feel alive. We are diving into a head-on collision, avoiding all signs with instructions from those possessing a deeper wisdom, those whose words we once listened to, but never really followed through. We listen to advice, but we only implement them when we experience them. We often ignore the wisdom offered to us until our worlds begin to crumble. Only when we find ourselves buried beneath the weight of our own choices do we finally hear the echoes of our loved ones. The words they once spoke, the guidance we once dismissed, were always there. We listened, but we never truly heard, until now, when their voices rise from the rubble, reminding us of the truth we were never ready to face. Then, when we hit rock bottom, that's when the blindfolds come off. That's when reality sets in and we come back from that nightmare. This is not a story. This is someone else's parallel reality. Someone out there is experiencing something similar. You may be young or misguided by inexperience, but know that this suffering is only here to serve a purpose. You determine how long does it last and where does it take you. Your heart has become an empty chest. Someone stole its treasure and misplaced its key. While you embark in this quest to self-discovery, know that that emptiness in you will draw a world that will see right through your fresh wounds and will take your kindness as a weakness. I have seen the true faces of love. There is a dark one that is hidden behind its beauty, turning everything it touches into ashes. As I turned back the clock and looked deep into my soul, I could feel myself in those moments when my life changed forever. It seems as if it was yesterday, when my hands were small and brittle, and the world and everyone on it seemed so big through my eyes. Every day was a new beginning and a new adventure. I remember the smiles, but I also remember the tears. A father that walked away and a mother that stays behind, holding my right hand while her other hand wipes the tears off my face. She was also young, naive, and inexperienced, and broken. A broken soul is like an injured gazelle. It becomes the perfect prey for the hungry lion. The cub stays behind its protector. It follows its steps into a world of uncertainty. Then, a complete stranger enters my life and invades the special place that was served for a father that is long gone now. He starts to slowly gain my trust, and that allows him to get closer to a heart that is open and exposed to the elements, easy to persuade and easy to control. Days pass and eventually turn into weeks, and those memories of a life I once knew started to slowly fade away. I felt comfortable enough to hold the hand of a man that now it has taken a vacant position. Life seems normal, but there's a void inside that is hard to comprehend. Everything seems to be working out. Finally, I whisper. And then I come home a Friday afternoon to see an empty bottle on a kitchen table, silverware scattered on the floor, broken glass all over, and then the screams from my injured gazelle shakes the very foundation of my soul. I begin to follow her cries, and I run to her help. While I stand in between the beast and my mother, I felt helpless, weak, but somehow I thought that my life was equally as important to the lion, willing to sacrifice myself and face the wrath to save the only thing that gave meaning to my world. In the animal kingdom, the hunter doesn't become friends with the prey. The hunter finds his strength in the weakness of his prey. The prey looks for safety on the multitudes, but if they are blindly searching, they will become the victim of their own actions. At any moment, there will be a turning point in our lives, a moment when we stand and look back into our lives and question everything. Do we choose to continue down this path, or do we change our direction? Do not allow the lion to feed from your fears or on those who you care the most. There is a tremendous power laying deep inside of you. Tap into your sleeping soul and say, I had enough. Through life, we fall and get back up. We find refuge on an armor, just as a sea hermit finds a shell in the middle of the ocean. We pick up a shield along the way to detract and avoid those unavoidable attacks. And eventually, we forge our own sword and begin to push forward through life, fighting back, unaware of what we're truly fighting for. Every step we take, we feel the weight of the bitter memories of our past, one that is now part of us, sewn into the fabric of the next phase of our lives. We keep moving forward, hurting ourselves and others in the process. We have managed to create a self-defense mechanism that seems to have worked until we look back and see the damage and wreck we have left behind. The ones we stumble upon, or unknowingly or knowingly hurt, now become memories that ripple, casting shade, bumping into each other, creating the same negative impact. Sometimes we continue to fight a war that has no winning side. We forget when it's time to put down the armor, and we carry on, hurting ourselves and hurting others in the never-ending cycle of life. A broken soul destroys everything good in their lives and finds comfort on their painful silence and the memories that haunts them. Those who find themselves in the middle of this battle are a victim themselves and experience an internal suffering that lasts a lifetime. From one heartbreak to the next, we find ourselves in a never-ending loop of pain that affects everyone it touches and everything on life. We inherit these bad memories from previous relationships and we let them become a normal reality. Broken people break others. They themselves are victims of their own pain. The abuser has first-hand experience of what it is to be abused, yet refuses to stop this dark cycle. A kind soul enters into the shoes of a broken one and leaves behind theirs. Many never truly knew what love is. You learn from the broken pieces of someone else's understanding of love. And now you carry those same pieces into a new relationship, cutting deep into the fabric of your soul, leaving wounds on your hands and on those you touch. A good heart blindly gives and expects nothing in return, while a broken one gives in the form of a credit card, allowing you to trust and expend until it's time to collect. There are many who are silently enduring pain, hidden behind the colorless walls of their home, while the outside is painted with bright colors. There could be peace all around you, and yet there could be someone suffering next door. There are those who hide behind a white mask, who speak with a gentle voice and dress casually to blend in. But when the lights go dark, everything fades away. In this great pretender society, it's difficult to seek out the lion hidden in plain sight. Those narrow escapes and near-death experiences allowed us to gain knowledge, to see beyond the empty smile that says very little and hides its true story. Loneliness makes us jump into the wrong relationship. Emotions leave us hopelessly without options. Your emotions could guide you to a self-discovery journey of infinite possibilities, but they can also leave you heartbroken and alone. They can give you hope, but also misfortune. Emotional choices are all around us, in the reflection of the tears of a single mother, or on the emptiness in the eyes of an innocent child. We are emotional beings. Emotions originate in our minds, but take shelter in our hearts, away from any rational thinking, patiently waiting for the perfect opportunity to be displayed in our lives. Your heart needs to be aligned with your thoughts. 99% of people make decisions based on their emotions. Most of our circumstances are a result of our own decisions. We move through life attaching our feelings to every step we take, yet our giant leaps are on the jumps we take when we listen to our inner voice. I was once a hopeless romantic too, believing love was the perfect picture painted on the silver screens of a movie theater. But a movie only offers a glimpse of an idea, while the world reveals the deeper, true story. Love stories don't always unfold as they do in the films we adore. The hero doesn't always win, and the life you envision is not always the one you were destined to embrace. But trust me, you could be the hero of your own movie. Your love story could be especially made for you. Your life be one that bends the rules of the universe to work on your behalf and behalf for your dreams. You must first learn the art of self-love and master it. Have absolutely authority over your emotions. Recognize what brings you joy and what draws you away from it. Treasure your values and enforce them into your life. You must rewrite the history of your pain. Look back and see it was an opportunity, one that you overcame and has given you a new perspective on life. Your hardship is a necessary obstacle to value who you are and who you are meant to be. Everything we go through in life is necessary. It's neither good or bad. These are just words that describe our emotions. There is meaning behind what you have endured or continue to experience. On the other side of your storm, a better version of yourself awaits. You are predestined to experience it all, for everything is custom made and designed to align with your destiny. Every challenge is meant to teach. Your storm will give you the strength to navigate through deep waters, and your pain will transform into invaluable wisdom. In case these words have not found their way to you often enough, you are special, unique in your own way, gifted beyond measure, and invaluable beyond words. Allow me to guide you to the place where you will meet love itself. Close your eyes and let the words be the hands that gently guide you through this beautiful encounter. Remember how you got here. Know that a wrong turn points us to the right direction. The small steps you take today will reveal the things that you have yet to experience. As long as hope is still alive in you, your destiny will clear the way forward. Just imagine the perfect date, where the ocean waves gently embrace your feet before retreating like a whispered promise, and the universe hums a melody only your soul can hear. The sun, in its golden descent, spills colors across the sky, a masterpiece painted just for this moment. A soft breeze glides over your skin, as if love itself has reached out to touch you, carrying a distant scent, one that only reminds you of the word love. You breathe it in, letting happiness blossom within you, only to realize you're not alone. Yet for the first time, solitude does not feel empty. This date, the one you have postponed for years, has always been waiting, and now that it's here, it feels different. It feels like home, because no one knows you like you do. No one else can love you quite like this. So you welcome it, embrace it, and cherish it. We are that kid in the garden, wandering lost on the beauty of its flowers. A connection is being made with Mother Nature. Love is in the air, but love is also beautiful enough to hurt us. Picture a rose that is flourishing on the garden. We are blindly enchanted by its beauty, and as we reach out, we forget to notice the details hidden in plain sight. Its thorns could hurt us if we do not know how to properly handle it. In due time, you will understand, as life will teach you the true definition of love. The meaning of love is proof through enduring its faults. Fall in love with the struggle, the challenges that the process brings. Opportunity is born out of the ashes of every defeat, like a wildfire that destroys all that lays on its path, leaving behind a trail of destruction that seems to be irreversible. Yet, this opens the door to a new beginning. The soil is more alive than ever. Find inspiration on the most unlikely places. Step outside, take a look. The beauty of Mother Nature is perfectly displayed all around us. In the simplest forms of life, there is a testament of its endurance and perseverance. The true beauty of this living world is that from ashes and dust life begins to form. It defies all odds and rises up stronger than ever before. Many have given up on their dreams, sentenced them to a premature death. But the transition from death to being alive is one that we must conquer. Everything around us could be in ruins, but as long as there's breath in your lungs, you can rebuild. Build yourself back up, redefine your current circumstances, and reach heights that exceed all your expectations. Everything that has tried to break you, it has been necessary for you to realize something greater than yourself. The world must crumble around you for you to be able to rebuild and mold everything to your own liking. Pain is necessary in order for you to die to the old you and birth that person you're meant to be. Your pain may be invisible to others because their reality is different than yours. Yet, you have learned to endure your pain and live through it. If you place the weight of this burden on the righteous balance of life, you will notice that your willpower outweighs everything else. There's nothing more powerful than what's hidden inside of you. You must allow yourself and others the space to heal. The longer you keep someone captive from their own destiny, the longer you are kept from yours. The more you prolong your suffering, the further you push back your meeting with fate. After today, your mind will enter a new journey. Change is coming. The doors are wide open. It's time to leave the comfort zone and go out and experience a wonderful and exciting world. There is no one like you, and there will never be another. Just as one in 1,000 sea turtles reaches its destination, you too are that rare one. The unique soul destined to navigate life's vast oceans, to overcome every wave and emerge victorious. you were made to journey through, and nothing will stop you from reaching the shores of your dreams. There's only one way to find true love. It is by loving the true essence of who you are, finding worth behind those broken pieces, allowing yourself to rewrite your history on those forgotten pages on the book of life. Set your standards high so that anyone who wants to reach you must rise and climb to meet them, but leave just a small space in between, enough for destiny to find its way to you. True love waits on the other side of your storm, patiently waiting for you to navigate through it. All it takes is courage to swim through the challenges, knowing that on the other side, something beautiful awaits.